Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's gonna be time for some Victoria 2 with our Concert of Europe mod as the Ottoman Empire. Okay, so yeah, in the previous episode, that was weird. We declared a war to liberate Azerbaijan from Persia, and we ended up releasing Herat. And as far as I can understand, I haven't gotten in contact with the creator just yet, but as far as I can understand, that was a just kind of a freak accident, I guess, or kind of a bug or something like that. So maybe we'll have to declare that war a little later. For now, I'm just gonna hold off on it. I don't really know if I should, continue or not with that whole area of the world because I don't want to break the game. So anyway, in any case, we are, at least for right now, pretty stable. The empire is stable. We've got Egypt, Ethiopia in a kind of sphere, sort of, Wallachia, Serbia, Moldavia, and let's see, our reach in North Africa extends all the way to Tunis. I would love to have Algeria and Morocco, however, they are usually targets of France and Spain. Let's see, the Spanish Empire has gone reactionary, so that's interesting. Yeah, I'd like to go into Algeria and Morocco. However, like I said, they're usually targets of France and Spain, so it could be kind of iffy moving into that terrain. I don't really know if I want to do that. What I could do possibly is advance actually down here and start taking some of these small states, annexing these guys. I could establish a protectorate here. It's 15 infamy if you're caught, which is quite a bit for something like this. It's very, very small. We have a high birth rate, huh? Sweet. There is a lot of people here, though. There's actually 400,000 people that live here, here in Zaidi, and then I can maybe even invade Yemen. Yemen, I don't think is protected by England either. So Britain is not protecting Zaidi or Yemen. I believe Britain does have stake in Oman, the Trucial states, and then Bahrain as well. So. Yeah, the Trucial states are protecting. Hold on. So Oman has the Trucial states as an ally and Bahrain as a satellite. Okay, so I can invade at least Zaidi in Yemen, so maybe we'll just move a couple troops down there. We did just get naval bases level 2, so while we have some time, let's go ahead and just upgrade all of our naval bases. It's not going to take too long or anything. Let's see, we have Europa Universalis IV music playing right now. The developer has let me know that they're actually going to be getting rid of that because they say it's a little distracting to some players, some old school Victoria 2 players. I must actually humbly agree that it is a little distracting. I'm just used to hearing Victoria 2 music. I know somewhere out there's actually a classical music mod. You can actually get classical music to play in Victoria 2, which is pretty damn cool. I was actually thinking about adding it, but it might be a little weird. It might be a little weird, like as far as just mod files and stuff, so maybe I'll have to hold off on that, but for now, let's go ahead and just get like 35,000. We'll move them down here to probably Hodeidah. Yeah. Let's see, Moldavia, you've got some revolutions going on, huh? Moving some troops here. Let's see, the general is Abdul Hamid Bey. It's actually a pretty good general. We have anarcho-liberals. Anarcho-liberals in Lubeck. There's anarcho-liberals up there. So anarcho-liberals are actually I don't think I have any in my country, but they're basically I guess what people call today in the modern world, they say libertarians, right? So people who want like basically no government regulation, no government interference, like absolute laissez-faire, no authoritarian states or even moderately authoritarian states, things like that. See, actually, I don't even know if can I pick them on here? Anarcho-liberals, right? So free trade, laissez-faire. They're usually state atheist, right? So total separation between church and state. Religion is purely a private matter. Full citizenship, and then pro-military. I don't even know about that pro-military part. I've actually found that, anarcho-liberals and anarchists and stuff like that, they actually don't want large militaries because militaries are, in their eyes, tools of the state. So very interesting. During this time, anarcho-liberals, or like libertarians, or I guess nowadays they're also called anarcho-capitalists, would have been seen as very, very radical, right? So most states were at least somewhat centralized. England, France, Austria, the Ottoman Empire, Russia, they're mostly at least somewhat centralized and usually unitary. They didn't give a lot of local autonomy to people. And so when you had, anarcho-liberals and anarcho-syndicalists and stuff like that asking for autonomy and a complete, destruction of the state, it was a little radical. So they would have been like the radicals of our time. But we should also be seeing socialists here, actually, because the The Communist Manifesto was actually published in 1848 by Karl Marx, although it didn't get a little bit popular until maybe a little after its publication. So we should be seeing socialists here pretty soon. And then socialism and you know, radicals and stuff will be rising up all over the world. We're getting steamers here, and after that, I think we're gonna go for some. I think I might take some of these techs here: associationism, positivism, romanticism, and then we'll go for commercial. We'll go for industry, and then we'll come back to some of these military techs. I think that's gonna be awesome. Let's see, we got crop rotations in Southern Macedonia. We're still working on these clergymen. Our manpower's coming back slowly but surely. I'm expecting to see some sort of war with Russia here soon, though. They are getting incredibly strong. They have 170,000 men. They've actually caught up to us military tech as well. Or they have 170 regiments, 170 brigades, and each brigade is 3,000. So that's quite a bit. Fire control systems. Diplomatic influence would be nice. Romanticism. Yeah, romanticism gives you prestige, so we'll go ahead and take it. I won't lie, our army's actually pretty good. We don't really have. We can build commerce raiders now. We actually do have a pretty good military. So I just want to be having more manpower. We got Jacobins, huh? Jacobins in Austria. We're still allied with Austria. I want to make sure we have friendly relations with Britain. Yeah, that's of the utmost importance. Moldavia, you've got more revolutionaries. Jesus, Moldavian reactionaries, actually. Morale plus 5% for field training. Excellent. Excellent. Make sure we fortified all of our frontiers so far. Let's see. What's going on here? We have a new decision. Let's check it out. Ottoman Black Sea. For 3 centuries, the Ottoman Empire ruled the shores of the Black Sea. In recent generations, Russian aggression has cost us control of the sea's north shore, but we are now positioned to reverse this decline and reestablish our vassal state. The Crimean Khanate gained 6 infamy, but we gain cores on Odessa and Nikolov, and then Crimea will get some cores. We actually get a liberate country, Casus Belli, against the Russian Empire. We actually declare war as well, so we should not click that button until we're ready to fight for Crimea, basically. We could. Now, the question is, would we win? Because we're outnumbered maybe 2-1. No, 3-1 now. We're outnumbered 3-1, and then Austria is a little busy. He's got 10% war exhaustion as well. With Austrian help, we can beat the Russians, but for now, it's not going to be time to declare that war. I do want to, though. Yeah, I do want to. We're going to go ahead and check this off so it's not telling me about it, but we will declare that war sometime in the future. Definitely, for sure. We got to make sure we just kind of reorganize our armies and stuff a little bit. I don't want to forget about this. We're taking a little bit of attrition. I'm not sure how long we've actually been here. I forgot about this army. Let's go ahead and make sure you're not protected by any great powers. We're going to go ahead and invade here. Establish protectorate. 15 infamy. It only takes 100 days, so hopefully we're not caught. And actually, what is interesting... Let's go and get conservatives. What is interesting is there's no way, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way. Let me see here. 60 days. Steam transports. There we go. We want to get that. Do we have steamer shipyards? We got clipper shipyards. I need steamer shipyards. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, there's literally no way to influence whether or not you're caught when justifying a war. It's literally a random number generation thing. Oh, Jesus, look at this. Oh, look at that. We just got declared upon. Yeah, the Russians declared war. Russian Empire acquired Georgia. They want Georgia back. All right, let's go and mobilize then. All right, I guess this war is going to be coming a little early. We're gonna go ahead, even though I want this justification, we're gonna go ahead and cancel that real quick. I need all available troops up north. We're gonna go to Novorossiysk, and let's go and blockade the Sea of Azov. We're gonna try and liberate Crimea, I guess now. I guess now is the time. Or, well, I can actually click this button, and we would gain the liberate country Casus Belli against this guy. So that's perfect. And then Crimea actually does get cores on all this territory here, so we're gonna try and add that to the war goal when we can. So we're going to be facing significant Russian troops. I'm glad that Austria's actually helped me out here, though. That's really nice. That's a pretty good general. This guy here, Bahadin Pasha, He's got attack and defense, morale 4.6%, organization 23.5%, attrition and experience. Nice, dude. That's fucking awesome. I really do kind of wish that experience was a thing in Europa Universalis IV. I'm actually really surprised that it's a thing in you know, Victoria 2. Jesus Christ, we have 89,000 men right here. So these guys want to acquire Georgia, so I'm going to assume he's going to move most troops into the Caucasus. So we should watch out for that for sure. Let's actually maybe withdraw towards Trebizond. We have Omar Pasha. He's a pretty good general too, actually. Let's get let's go to Trebizond. What's up with Egypt? War subsidies. Are we allied with Egypt? We are, so he's at war with us. Okay, so we can take control. Well, actually, he's not my puppet, so we can't take control of his troops, right? Yeah, that's true. The Battle of Balti. He's going to Odessa. We're going to go ahead and pursue him, and then I'm trying to sack wipe this army, and then we're going to come back here and defend Romania. Somebody actually asked, why did I not defend Ismail and Chisinau during the previous wars? And really, it's just because of war score. I'm just trying to get some war score together. So I couldn't always, you know, defend in the best of places. Taking the fight to the Russians is pretty awesome. Let's see. Damn, we're taking like equal casualties here. It's really going to come down to army composition and then experience in generals. Okay, so the balance of power is actually fairly equal. It's actually a little bit better now. I don't know if I can rush another military tech. This guy is should be at 10 out of 30. I might be able to rush breech-loaded rifles. We get combat with -2, and then we actually get infantry attack and such. I might be able to rush muzzle-loaded or breech-loaded rifles, iron breech-loaded artillery, bolt-action rifles. Yeah, possibly. I can try it. We're taking some pretty serious losses here. We've got significant troops moving into the Caucasus. Egypt has given me quite a few troops, although since he's not my puppet, I can't control his men. We're rolling a 0 to a 0. We got a 2 to a 7. Damn, still no stack wipe. We're gonna go for Sevastopol. The Russians have moved in significant troops into Austrian territory. Austria is also in the same tech level as us. Jesus. I need to replenish these men pretty quickly. We have a crisis. Washington crisis over the rights to colonize. I'm a little busy right now, so I can't take part in that crisis. I'd like to, possibly. Damn it, we can't stack wipe these Russian troops yet. Move 65,000 men over here. Let's go ahead and have some troops in Trebizond. Let's take a look. Where are my satellites and stuff? We're actually pushing in, it looks like what looks like Poland. That's a battle I would like to support. I can't move troops up there quick enough, though. I already know that. Moralism or some militancy? Moralist resurgence, huh? We've got really no militancy, so I guess we'll just take the moralism. This guy's dug in, but we got a 6 to a 1. We have a 5, where we have a 4 to a 1. Battle of Poti, he lost about 11,000. That's not too bad, actually. It's not too shabby. I want to siege down Sevastopol. Let's see, how's our war score? He's got -2 war score right now. Battles -2. Acquire core, Novorossiya, or liberate country would be Crimea. Holy shit, 49 war score to liberate all of Crimea. That is quite a bit. And we have cores now on Odessa and Nikolaev? Oh, okay. We're going to pursue him as much as we can. I think I've mobilized just about all the troops I can muster. Let's go and do 2 artillery. We're going to do 8 infantry. Albanian infantry, Bulgarian infantry. Yeah, I need a lot of infantry for the front line because we take pretty crazy losses usually. Infantry are the ones who die the most. Okay, so we're invading Poland right now. We're pushing back the Russians. The Finns are here. We should probably just try and support a little more over in that direction. We're going to push into the Caucasus, I'm hoping. We just got Romanticism. I think I'm actually going to rush for this breech-loaded rifles. When's that going to be done? 1854. So 1 year of war will give me breech-loaded rifles, and then hopefully we can get some quick inventions, and we're actually going to have some better troops over the Russians. We just stack wiped somebody somewhere. I'm assuming here. We've got some Egyptian troops here. The Russians are duking it. They're duking it out with the Austrians. We're going to go ahead and... I don't know if I want to liberate this country, but we're going to try. Let's try and make sure we can liberate Crimea. We want to take all... Ooh. Looks like the United States capitulated in that crisis. Is it worth pursuing that stack? No, I don't think so. You got 60,000 in the Caucasus. The Austrians, yeah, they're duking it out. There might be a little bit of a local superiority for the Russians. Austria is sieging pretty quickly. That's nice. We have 54,000 Russians right there. Yeah, I think the Austrians could use some more troops. We're winning some pretty decisive battles, though, I'll admit. We got a boot factory. We could change some laws, some voting laws. We can go to landed voting. No draft, open immigration. Censored press. State-controlled unions. Limited minority rights. I'll go for that one. Sure. What do people want, actually? Most people want limited minority rights, actually. So, okay, we picked the right decision, I guess. Let's move on in here. Unless we want to go for... Louis Napoleon's coup d'etat. Unable to force the upper house to repeal its prohibition against presidential re-election and facing removal from power, the popular Louis Napoleon has launched a coup d'etat and overthrown the French government. Loyal members of the army have locked down strategic locations in Paris, and the Assemblée Nationale has been dissolved, leaving Louis Napoleon as the undisputed ruler of the country. He has been christened Napoleon III, regaining his uncle's throne as Emperor of France. Yep. Damn it. No, we gotta try and pursue these guys. Actually, I don't think I want... Yeah, I actually don't think I can. We're not gonna take that fight. See, I need reinforcements. We've got troops in Istanbul. Let's move these troops. I think we're gonna move these guys to Tulsea. Let's engage here. We got a -2, but that's alright. I think we'll still be okay. Combat width is a little small. We've got artillery in the back row. He's got more, though. Oh, shit. We gotta withdraw from this. We just took crazy losses right here. We don't have any cav. Jesus, we lost 13,000 men in that battle. That was bad. That was pretty shit. We need to support, I think, the Western Front a little bit. Minus 14% war score for the Russians. He's taking substantial losses, but honestly, so are we. He's occupied a lot of Georgia. He's going to get some taking war score here pretty soon. We got to try and force him out of Caucasia. We're going to merge up here and engage. Nice. We've got 80,000 fighting right now. Yeah, I say we pursue them into that terrain right there. We got 51,000 here. I've got no cavalry in this force. It's infantry and artillery, and there's definitely not enough artillery. He's got significant troops in Caucasia. Significant numbers of men. I think I need some artillery or something over there. Damn. We're occupying quite a bit. We're beating them in a lot of battles. The Austrians are doing very well. We gotta get some stack wipes or something here. I could use some replenishment, actually. Delegation has gone to the World's Fair in London. Awesome. We engage in mountains again. We got better combat with more artillery. We should be able to displace them from that location. Was that a stack wipe still? Okay. Okay, we're pushing the Russians back for sure. I think he's got... Damn. We lost 11,000 men in that battle. We won, but we lost huge numbers. Holy shit. Cavalry are actually still pretty important, I'll admit. Ottoman delegation made a respectable showing at the World's Fair. Divert some water? Yeah, sure. Yeah. We're winning this war. Although I admit, I don't actually know if we're going to get this ticking war score, though. I actually don't think we will. There's just a lot to occupy that I just kind of can't get my hands on right now. He's got too many men. The Austrians are doing very well, though, I'll admit. The Austrians are kicking some ass. He's already acquired Georgia. We gotta move into the Caucasus soon, sometime soon. Or else he's gonna push us out of there. Socialists have risen up here in Prussia. Karl Marx has published the Communist Manifesto, which has led to workers in Prussia to found a party dedicated to advancing the agenda laid out therein. They call themselves socialists and believe in a land ruled by the workers, where the workers control the means of production. Oh shit. All right. Damn. I gotta get reinforcements to Caucasus. There's too many here. There's too many Russians. Let's see. What happened to my other stack? I had like another army here. What happened to them? Is this it? Is this all I have left? It might be. It actually very much might be. He's got a -1 in this location. I wonder if I can support the Egyptians here. Nice. Yeah, actually, I got here before he did. He took some pretty substantial losses. Early archaeology? Nice. We're losing pretty serious amounts of money, probably because of occupation. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is a bad battle. That actually wasn't too bad. Let's see. What's the date right now? I think we're gonna move into cars. I don't know about this battle. This is what, mountains? Combat width is gonna suck. We got a 5 to an 8, but we got a -2 because he's dug in. We got a 4 to a 2. That's not bad. We're winning, but we're taking some losses doing it. He lost about 17,000. Let's keep occupying all of Crimea. We got to push him out of Georgia. Or else he's going to get that ticking war score here pretty soon. Let's see here. Lack of maintenance goods, huh? We're not doing too bad, actually. The Austrians are advancing quite a bit into Russian territory. I have to replenish this force. We need some replenishment pretty bad. Jesus. Jesus. He's going to move in. Oh, fuck. No! Son of a bitch. Holy shit, we're actually going to win this battle? Look at this. The Russians got a 0 to an 8. Damn. We got a 0 to a 4. We have good military leadership. That's nice. We can give a lavish exhibition. Sure. And then a national conference for some research points. We're not going to use it right now. I'm a little busy. We might actually win that battle. Ethiopia's here. Moldavia's here. Dude, the Austrians are kicking some ass, man. I mean, they're taking some pretty significant losses for me, but damn, they're kicking some ass. I'm actually going to take these Moldavian and Wallachian troops. I want reinforcements to come into this battle. Damn, the Russians lost 20,000 in that location. Holy shit. That's incredible. I could push into these mountains. Damn, minus 23% war score for the Russians. We're about to occupy all of Crimea. Ooh, I don't know about this. Ooh, yeah, withdraw. Withdraw from that. Let's try and replenish here for a little bit. We're taking losses here. We need to replenish these men. There's 43,000. There's supposed to be 111,000. This army here is only 17,000, and there's supposed to be 78,000. So that should show you just how many men we've actually lost. Excuse me. Let's go for this positivism, and then maybe that associationism for that replenishment, for that reinforcement. Let's try to engage him here. Isfahan. Or that's Ardahan, never mind. Quite a number of men in there. We were able to displace them. Let's see, Bahrain. We are now cordial. Minus 23% war score for the Russians, but he's made up a lot of territory. Or he's made up a lot. He's caught up quite a bit. Oh, fuck. Fuck! That was a horrible battle. We just lost so many men in that fight. Oh my god. Shit. We gotta get these reinforcements over here, actually. Jesus. We gotta withdraw. He's gonna chase me probably to Trebizond. I'm running out of men. Let's go and take a look at our clergy. How to vinegar? Konya's good on clergy as well. Here we go. We get a 9 to a 3. Holy crap. Let's go and engage here. We got 60,000 in this territory. Oh, dude, the Russians have just gotten so many more men over in this direction. Holy god. We are just hemorrhaging cash right now. We reduced his numbers by quite a bit. I've got 29 war exhaustion. He's got 28. The Austrians have 22. We reduced his number of brigades by quite a bit, but we don't have enough war score. And he controls Georgia, so we got to try and get that back soon. We're about to lose Crimea. I don't have any troops to displace him. I'm just going to try and win some local victories here. We got a 7 to a 6. 6 to a 2. Not bad. He's moving more troops into the Caucasus. We got to get all this back. We have to siege all this down. I can't really let him take any of this. Minus 31% war score. Not bad. It's not too shabby, actually. He's withdrawing. Let's try and engage there, because this is terraced farmland. So this is basically flat terrain. No cavalry, man. If I had some cavalry, we'd be in a better position here. Son of a bitch. Anybody got siege? Let's try and relieve Georgia. The Austrians are making some pretty damn decent progress, I'll admit. Nice, we killed 8,000 right there. Not too bad, not too bad. This farmland is not bad. Let's see, we got 33 war score. Yeah, let's lose that 2 war exhaustion. It's pretty important. We're taking huge losses. Then again, so is he. I mean, we're putting him to a standstill, and we have like what, less than a third of his strength. You know? Fuck, man. Son of a bitch. Let's get that prestige. 71,000 men we just moved into this province. He's gonna move troops into Kutai. We're just gonna put like 100,000 men in that province right there. Oh my god, look at our organization. Oh my god. What the hell just happened? Holy shit, dude. Our organization just went like down. We lost 17,000 men in that battle. Oh, we lost so much war score. What the fuck just happened, dude? We need 53 war score. We only have 28. We're losing battles now. We're not. This isn't going to work out. I can't really keep this up much longer. We're losing too many men. Austria is war exhausted. They've taken so many losses. So many men have died. Let's go and take Moldavia and Wallachia troops over here. We just got positivism. Let's go for associationism. We lost Crimea, for sure. We're losing too much war score now. I think we're losing these battles. I think Austria is getting stack wiped over here, yeah. Can I acquire some cores? Holy shit, if we fail to achieve this war goal, we will lose 40 prestige, which we can't do. I don't think I can continue this war. I'm able to just take some cores. 11 war score to demand. I need soldiers. I can't keep this up too much longer. Epirus, almost 4% in every state, almost. Quite a few clergymen. I'm going to go ahead and let's take a quick break here. And I want to see what I can do about this war in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks so much.